Calls for investigations after power restored in Manhattan. New York APU power outage struck the heart of Manhattan on the anniversary of a 1977 blackout, stranding passengers on subways, gridlocking drivers that had to navigate the streets without traffic lights, and bringing the curtain down on Broadway shows. The outage, which stretched 30 blocks from Times Square to the Upper West Side, left around 73,000 customers without power Saturday night for about 4 hours. Con Edison CEO John McAvoy said a problem at a substation caused the 6:47 p.m. power failure. Electricity was, McAvoy said. The exact cause of the blackout would not be known until an investigation is completed. The outage stymied subway service throughout the city, affecting nearly every line. New York City's New York government. Andrew Cuomo said, New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio was campaigning on the presidential trail in Waterloo, Iowa, when the power outage struck. His press secretary, the mayor, commended New Yorkers for handling the blackout with U.S. Senior Charles Schumer's. The outage comes on the anniversary of the 1977 New York City outage that left most of the city without power. Thousands of people crowded the streets Saturday evening, using their cell phones as flashlights while they tried to stay cool amid the humid July evening, where temperatures hit the low 80s. 4 hours before the power flickered back on, doormen stood with flashlights in the darkened entrances of upscale apartment buildings along Central Park West, directing residents up flights of stairs. Police and deployed in the theater district. Marquees darkened just before evening performances were set to begin. Most Broadway Jennifer Lopez's concert at Madison Square Garden was cut short in the middle of her fourth song of the night, although officials at Penn Station below used backup generators to keep the lights on. Madison Square. Lopez later tweeted that she would reschedule the stop on her It's.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.